I am Black, I am proud to be me. And those words they're really impactful. And I saw the title Shades of Black and I was like, oh, I think I remember that book. And because my mom encouraged reading a lot growing up, and my love of books today really just stemmed from my childhood, and we would read together all the time. And so I repurchased the book and I started reading it, and my first instinct when I looked at the title, Shades of Black, was very spot on. As you can see, I am biracial. I have European ancestry and Spanish ancestry, and then on the other side, African American. So as I was reading this book, the first page is, I am Black, I am unique. And growing up, I kind of struggled with this identity because on one side of my family, it was very like Spanish, that kind of culture. And then on the other side, the Black part, I would say, was missing growing up. And I always felt out of place. And identity is very hard to connect with as a child, especially if you're not surrounded by people who are look like you. My family doesn't look like me. And I just kind of wish that I had grown up in an environment where I was surrounded by Black people more often. And when I came out here for school, I instantly connected with people who look like me. And this book, every time I turn the page, it talks about different shades of Black. I am the creamy white frost in vanilla ice cream. And I was just like, wow, it really is like a representation of all different shades of us, because it doesn't matter also if you're biracial or you're Black. You could just come out a little bit lighter than your brother and sisters. I have a brother and his dad is actually African and he looks really dark, and people look at my family and my mom looks very white with blue-green eyes, and then they look at him and they look at me and they're like, well, what's the connection there? And it's just like, well, I mean, we're half siblings, but very much siblings. So I guess I can leave off, and I kind of wanna show this a little bit. And this is the very last page. And this is the picture of a ton of kids, and they're all shades of Black. I mean, this is the epitome of this book. And the last writings in here is, I am Black, I am unique. I come from ancient kings and queens. When you look at me, what do you see? I am Black, I am proud to be me. And those words they're really impactful. And I wish there was more books like this. I wish I had read more books like this, because maybe I wouldn't have struggled with identity crisis for the majority of my life. I mean, I still struggle with it today, because people look at me and they ask me all the time. They're so confused. They're like, well, what are you? I'm very excited about this book. I'm excited for kids to read this book and just feel such a strong connection to it, especially if you don't look the typical Black, but you feel that inside. It's more of a feeling, and you know who you are.